streaming there. And here we go. And welcome to episode 855 of RPGrinders. I'm your host, Frank Branches, alongside my trusty cohort, Eric the Great. Breakman the Bold will be here momentarily. We already have a guest in, not in studio, but in our chat. What's up, Con? Con! I have to say that every time Con's in there. What's up, Con? Eric, how are you?
I'm fine.
Right on. And we have a special guest in studio today. It's Bernified. What's up, Bernie? How are you?
I'm good.
Like you're,
I'm
you're
good.
doing something to the mic, Bernie. Yeah, a little bit of that. Okay, we're gonna have a lot of fun today. Not a lot of news stories, which is cool. Con says, you caught me looking at my phone and the notification came in. Right on. Well, nice to have you forever, however long we have you, Con.
Sorry.
Oh, what happened?
I just dunked the...
You badonka-donked the keyboard? Oh, okay, I see. See how you are. You're trying to sabotage things already, Bernie. Jesus. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of news stories. I think we're going to do game night tonight, right, Eric?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Justin Texas kicking it. Right on. Well, welcome on in. Bernie is here. Con gives you a little dancing emoji. Are you going to dance in studio? Oh, she already did. She already did, Con. We got a lot to talk about, though, Eric. Something happened today that I was going to bring up during the show. I can't wait till Breakman gets here because it's going to be a topic of discussion. The PlayStation Store went down, which isn't news in itself, Eric. But with them ceasing to produce physical disc, does this worry you at all, Eric?
Yeah.
Why?
And that's already a problem enough because there's still a lot of money to be made that they're leaving on the table just because they want to have a monopoly and get all the money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think
But like the last time they tried to like really pitch their online service, it like got overwhelmed and went down for like a long time.
Well,
it was so bad that they started handing out free games that were all really bad, but hey, it was free games.
Yeah. Well, let me start by saying I think there's an initial problem with their store going down. This isn't the first time that their online service has been off, but they don't issue statements right away, Eric. Like, I think within 5 minutes, if the outage lasts more than 5 minutes, they should have somebody tweet out an explanation. Hey, we're having some maintenance issues. We're doing maintenance. We're we don't know what's going on, but just hang in there. We'll keep you updated. That's one thing that they are not very good at doing, is giving us information. You know what I mean? So that's the first problem. What's up, Carrie Ann? I finally got it, Carrie Ann. I know that's your new moniker, Corner Joint. Nice to have you in there. Hello to you, and hope you're doing well. But Eric, so the first thing is communication, right? I think that's something that they've sorely lacked, because this type of stuff has happened in the past without the physical copy controversy. But they need to get better at doing this, because hold on, break is texting me.
Uh-oh.
Um, but yeah. So I guess that's the first issue is communication, Eric. I guess the second, well, what do you think about the communication issue at the very least, Bernie, as she yawns because it's so boring of a topic to her? Uh, what do you think about that? At least telling your people, hey, this is what's going on, or we don't know what's going on, or something. They usually take hours before they get back with people on stuff, and sometimes days to explain something.
You need to communicate with your people.
Yeah.
If you don't, then it's just pure chaos.
And the outage seems to be sporadic because my internet or my PSN was working in Frank's was because I was able to do screen share with you when we played Dark Souls.
Yeah, it had been fixed by that time, Eric. I mean, it was well fixed, but don't you think they owe it to everybody? I mean, being that we're all paying, or at least a good majority of us are paying good money. I just got done renewing for $80 for the year, which is outrageous to simply be online.
I'm contemplating just eliminating PS Plus.
Yeah, I am too, but the problem is I've got such a huge PS Plus library. I need to get through at least some of the games that I have on there that I really like. Either that or I just decide to buy them later on, Eric, because man, oh man, there's quite a bit. And there's some good stuff from the past that's been on PlayStation Plus, but yeah, that's not a really great way of treating your people. Also, you kind of have to, like what we did today requires PS Plus, right, Eric? Like me being able to see the screen and stuff with you on there? Eric?
Well, it says you can use basic screen share on the PS5 without a basic PS Plus subscription.
Oh, well, that's good. I mean, at least we can do that. I mean,
And like I still have my Twitch integration. I think that I could use if I needed to.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, I can always put Twitch on and watch you and whatever, but I mean that's unfriendly too, especially people who don't have. I mean, their goal is to get everybody on PlayStation Plus, right? But you have to have at least some benefit. Like the Game Pass is awesome for the Xbox, even though that's getting a little more expensive. I mean, I don't have that. What's up, Chris? Can't stay, but just wanted to say hi and drop a like. Really appreciate you, Chris, and I appreciate your comments, Brud. They meant a lot to me. How I was missed, and the DT crew was missed. Really appreciate you a lot, Chris. I'm sure we'll be talking soon, buddy. But yeah, I honestly, Eric, I mean, this situation is getting scary because I mean, would they? Let me ask you this question, Eric. Would if you download your games to your hard drive, there's no way for them to fuck with that, is there? They can't stop you from playing those games that are on your hard drive, or can
Yeah,
they?
because that's why a lot of people started putting PT on their hard drives before it was removed.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I got all my games on hard drives, so I know I'll be able to play those games. That's as good as having a disc, right? But I can understand the trepidation for people who are like, give me a fucking physical disc. That way you can go years down the line when they stop servicing because what is it? The PS3 is going to be stopping service real soon, right, Eric?
Hmm.
It won't be long before the PS4. Same thing.
Well, I mean, I think we have until 2027, but yeah.
Yeah, but the point remains, Eric. Whether it's now, um, or later, these services are going to be, you're not going to be able to use the PlayStation 4 store or the PlayStation 5 store or whatever. So I quickly if I get any game, which reminds me, the last ones that I just bought, they're cheaper games, but I need to put them on my hard drive so I don't lose them. You know what I mean? I got two separate hard drives. So yeah, that's the whole point. As long as I have those hard drives and they're working, I don't have a problem with. As long as Sony doesn't do some weird shit where you can't play games that are on your own personal hard drives, I think we might be okay. But I can understand the trepidation with the physical games not being available after 27, right? So
Hmm.
I don't know. And by the way, is the PlayStation 6, I rumored the PlayStation 6 is dropping next year. Is it going to have a physical component to it? Because there's still going
It
to be.
won't be next year. It'll be 2028, definitely.
You think the 6 will be in 2028?
Yeah, that's why it's probably launching as a discless console.
Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever. I mean, like I said, this is people have reason to be upset. Oh, look who we have. Oh, look who is here. Breakman, can you hear us?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Cool.
We got Bernie with us too today, Breakman, which is awesome.
Hi, Breakman.
Hey, what's up?
No.
We were just discussing how PlayStation Store went down today, Breakman, and it kind of it rolls into the discussion that we had last time about physical disc being phased out in 2028, beginning of 2028. So, I mean, what if there's a world where you can't play anything unless you're online? Are you out at that point, Breakman?
I mean, what do we do? I mean, if that's our only option, we just keep gaming, or just that would be the only way we play new games. What are we just supposed to stop playing new games and just go back to playing old games, or what?
Okay,
Yes.
so there's two schools of thoughts to that, Breakman, and I thought about that. John Eagle in the house. What's up, big time rock star John Eagle? Nice to have you here, buddy. Always appreciate you, John. Breakman, that's a good point. Okay, so I was talking to Eric offline while I was watching him play Dark Souls 3 today. And yeah, that's exactly the conundrum, Breakman. Do we stop playing games altogether, or do we just play what we have? Or do we just take it? There's three options. You just take it and you deal with that, whatever bullshit comes forward. And I'm right now, as I stand, Breakman, right now I'm in the camp of as long as I can put the games on a hard drive and keep them and I can play them offline, I guess I'm okay with the future of gaming, except for the price of the consoles, which we've talked about already, right?
I mean, that's going to price a lot of us out.
Yes.
$1,000 is just too fucking much.
If it were to come to right now, today, Breakman, I personally would not be able to afford that console right at this moment. That could change in a year or two, but who knows where all of us are going to be financially in a year or two. You know what I mean,
Right.
Breakman? I mean,
Right.
it's not hyperbole to say that all of us are one or two checks away from being homeless. You know what I mean?
I know it isn't. It's sad.
It
It's a
is.
sad reality of living in this country.
Yeah.
Like, and I see all the time people from other countries are, why aren't Americans out protesting every day and all day long? It's because we have to work. Because if we don't, we're going to be homeless, a lot of us.
This is the same conundrum in Japan, Breakman. Those people feel the same way. They would love to go out and protest every day. Brandon's in the house. What's up, Brandon? He says, MLH, what's good, brother? Just want to know one thing. How does it feel to be 0.00213% Mexican? The percentage is a little higher than that, Brandon, but it feels good, man. I feel good. But Breakman, you're right, dude. I mean, a lot of us are going to be priced out. Like if they're charged. Let me ask you this, Breakman. I know the answer. What's up, Big Chief? Nice to have you here. What's up, Hefe? Breakman, let me ask you this question. Let's say you didn't, like, all your consoles broke down and the PlayStation 6 just comes out, and that's the only way that you're going to play games, but the console costs $1,200. Are you buying it?
No.
Absolutely not, right?
If it's the only way I can play games, then I don't. $1,200? That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I guess I'd be playing Sudoku puzzles and newspapers and shit or something, man.
Well, or shit on your phone, right, Breakman?
Well, okay. As long as we still had games like that, then yeah. But like, if I couldn't play new console game, I mean, I can still go back and play the old stuff, right? But then means that all the new stuff is just out of reach for me.
Yeah.
It's too expensive.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Break and Eric, I could probably put the money together for one more console. But if the next console is going to be 1,200, right? And what I mean by that, Breakman, is I'd have to save, right? I'd have to save a lot of money in a short period of time, which I'm willing to do one more time, right? One last time. One more time, I'll do that. And then after that, I mean, what if the price goes up to 1,500 for the PlayStation 7?
Yeah.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
I've got a hard cutoff at $500, and that's it.
Yeah,
That's as high as I'll go.
Yeah. Well, I went, look, the reason that I went how I did with the PlayStation Pro is because I knew that I wasn't going to get the PlayStation 6 even on launch, Breakman. So I was like,
Right.
I might want to get an updated console just so I can play the latest and greatest and not have to worry about the PlayStation 6 or 7 or maybe ever another console other than maybe Nintendo, because Nintendo tends to keep theirs a bit below others. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
I mean, if it comes to me being able to play games on Nintendo and not being able to afford the PlayStation, I say so be it. But look, even with Nintendo, guys and gal, they're going towards all digital. And Xbox was kind of the first one to kind of head in that area without saying as much. We are nerds, Big Chief, no question about it. Big time nerds.
I don't think Nintendo is going to ever get rid of physical, but their first party stuff is always going to happen. But
Yeah, I was thinking about something though. Like the one good thing I can really think about of getting rid of like the physical media is it's going to be better on the environment if people
Yeah.
aren't making CDs and discs and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, that is true. Yeah, and I agree.
that's like a drop in the bucket compared to all the data centers that are being built.
Oh my god, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I saw a study like most Americans live within 5 miles of a data center and have no idea.
Yep. I mean, those data centers. You want to talk about energy suckers?
Yeah.
I mean, and pollution and environmental issues. People rip me all the time about my Prius, right? They're like, that's a piece of shit car because what are they going to do with the battery that's inside of it? To which I always tell them they'll recycle it. All right? You can recycle lithium batteries, right? Recycle. Look at that. Big Chief says, fuck that. I still spin vinyl. I mean, look, I have a few vinyls, Big Chief. I fully understand that.
Vinyls are nice.
We just bought that Pac-Man Atari. You know, and Bernie and I were talking about going to get retro games at like swap meets and like flea markets and stuff. Breakman, that's where it's going down.
I almost
Oh
bought
yeah,
Outlaw.
I do that a lot.
I almost
I haven't
bought
done it lately, but I have done it in the past. It's
Yeah.
the only way to get like old games, really, unless you want to order them online. And then, I mean, you can go on eBay and compete for something, but usually you end up paying a lot.
My
Yeah.
favorite's fast food.
Yeah, we played that. I played that for 5 minutes, and that was enough for me, guys. You know, it's like the old Atari games. 5 minutes is good enough. You know what I mean? Like you get your fill with those games. But John Eagle says a data center is being built 20 minutes from my house, costing taxpayers $1.2 billion. Scotima's in the Twitch chat. He says, you guys are nerding so hard. I got vinyl. I have some vinyl too, man. I like it. And then Big Chief says hi
I got some
to Ms.
very
Bernie.
old vinyl.
Hi,
I got some
Big
vinyl
Chief.
from the 80s.
Yeah. I used to, but I lost a lot of my vinyl. And
You still have your poison
They
one?
were. My dad had them, and I got them when he died. So.
Bernie's going to point out something very embarrassing, Breakman. I still have my poison look what the cat drug in LP. You know.
Without the cover, unfortunately.
Oh, the cover was the best. It had
Okay,
all.
I've got 3 records. 2 of them are movie soundtracks, both from the 80s.
Yeah.
And once they go wild, I'll give you 5 guesses. See if you get either one. Of
Star Wars.
Star Wars,
them. No.
Sword and Stone.
Oh, Sword in the Stone.
No, I mean
Grease?
No, not Grease.
Breakman's not that gay, Bernie.
I like that soundtrack.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Disney. They weren't Disney movies. They're not cartoons. They're both live action movies.
Labyrinth.
Big Chief says he got the Sound of Music.
Oh,
Let me see if
Terminator.
I can help. One of them starring Michael J. Fox.
Back to the Future.
Yes, Back to the Future, and the other one starring Michael.
Oh, I was
Douglas.
gonna say Teen Wolf.
What was the second one, Break?
Michael Douglas.
Jewel of the Nile.
Yes, actually it is.
You got it, Bernie? Holy shit!
Remains the Stone, and I was gonna say close. Oh, you're right.
Wait a minute. Is that the one that has when the going gets tough?
Yep,
the tough
that's the one.
get going. Okay, this is gonna be an ironic thing, Breakman. Okay, now we're getting a little bit nostalgic here. I used to have a little 33, right? The little ones were 33s, right?
Yeah.
So I had a 33 of Billy Ocean when the going gets tough.
Nice.
Oh man, I had Whitesnake's album. I had.
We got your mom, her Peter Rabbit.
I gotta go get them now. I gotta go get them. Put on camera.
Oh yeah, let's see him break. I had. Brandon says play Sound of Music was great. Yeah.
The hot tub Sound of Music was even better.
Oh my God, the hot tub. Little ones were 45s. Yeah, you're right, Big Chief. I thought they were 33s. My bad. But yeah, the 45s. Yeah, I had a 45 of Billy Ocean when the going gets tough.
I had a 45 of the Jackson 5s. A, B, C.
Easy as 1, 2, 3. Oh man. Did you ever have a record player, Eric?
My parents did.
Yeah. Scotomus says Supertramp. Scotomus says, dang, even Bernie is nerding hard. Every once in a while, man. She thinks all this shit is dorky too, Scotomus. So, you know, it's all good in the hood.
I'm going to go play Atari now. Bye.
You know, Bernie would prefer Atari or Nintendo over anything.
I would.
Yeah. I, like I said, about 5 minutes of Atari games and I'm done.
You know what he got me on the
Hold on.
what is the Nintendo one?
The Jewel of the Nile.
Jewel of the Nile.
Wow. And it's not even, is it open?
No, it's open. It's open.
Right?
It's just still on the plastic wrap.
Oh, I got you. Damn, you still have the fuck. How much did you pay for that, Break?
God, I don't remember. Like,
It's
I
on
got
the front. The price is on the front. Hold on, let's
birthday
see.
money or something.
Let me see. Look, it's on the front. I think it shows
$1.
it. How much?
$1.
$1? Did you buy it in the 80s, Break?
Oh yeah. I bought
Yeah.
the 80s. I bought these before I had a CD player.
Big Chief says MLH had the Menudo collection. Hey, Big Chief, who the fuck didn't? Man?
Nice.
Oh, there
That's
you go.
nice.
That one's actually probably worth a little bit of money, Break.
I don't want to sell these. I like them.
Oh yeah, of course. Big Chief.
But like your dad does, I guess. And then the only other CD I bought was this one, or a record. I meant.
Oh, Weird Al. Even worse. I love it. It's got fat.
And I did take one of my dad's records. I don't know why I keep saying CDs. I didn't realize
Oh
I'd taken
shit!
it.
Oh, that's a good one.
Hey, can I buy that from you, Break?
That's a good one.
Abbey Road. Huh? He's like,
Like, buy it from me. I don't. Is it worth anything?
yeah, it's worth about $15. Break. I'll pay you $15 for it. He's like, no. Big Chief says he likes Ricky Martin. How dare you, Big Chief? He says sweating to the oldies. Ronco presents Big Chief. Hey, Big Chief, do you remember all the Mexican records, like the Aguila records, monikers and all that shit? Because I remember all that stuff. My dad still has those old Mexican records. But yeah, Break, it's...
My mom's still have the stacks of 45s we used to play as a kid. Like, there's so many of these children records we had, like comedy records and like stories. Like, they remember when they tell like a Star Wars story on a record?
Yes, yeah.
I think I had a
Some of those.
Berenstain Bears record.
And then we had those there's supposed to be like comedies, but like you listen to them now and it's like, oh my God, how did Jesus Christ, that's offensive as fuck. Like,
Well, I mean,
like
you,
my boomerang won't come back and shit. Like, oh my God,
a Break, man.
fucking
Did you ever?
racist fuck.
Did you ever watch Eddie Murphy's Raw? They had that on
A
vinyl
long
too.
time ago.
Okay, that was racist as fuck too, and very homophobic as well, man. But back in the day, that's what people really liked, you know. Big
Yeah.
Chief says, I got the Tex-Mex record from Freddie Records. Oh, Big Chief, man, taking me back in the day, man. All those fucking records. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm with you, Break, man. I'm not doing the console thing if it gets much more than 1,200. I mean, 1,200 is almost out of my budget. Like I can save for it, but it's a long haul, dude.
Still, like, is it worth it saving for?
Yeah, I know. Well, that's a good point. And then here's the other thing. If you save $1,200 and you want to wait for like the better version of things, are they going to raise the prices like they did with the PlayStation 5? That's why I hurry up and bought the PlayStation Pro, Breakman. I just happened to have almost the exact money that it took to buy the Pro before the price increase, and bought the Pro just for that reason. Just so I can say, well, at least I can go on into the next generation knowing I can play a lot of those PS6 games, at least initially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your very first record was Dagon Purple Rain. Purple Rain by Prince. I wish I had that record, Brandon. Prince is my favorite '80s artist of all time.
No, he's good. He's fucking good.
Yeah, and Michael Jackson, real close. But I mean, who didn't like listen to the Thriller?
She like I'm Prince isn't my favorite, but I like him more than Michael Jackson. But she likes Michael Jackson more. So
Yeah, well, she can be wrong. Break, it's all good. You
She's
know?
yelling
Michael
another ring.
Jackson. I agree with Mrs. Breakman.
You like Michael
Yeah.
Jackson more than Prince?
Yeah.
Get out of the house. Just get out.
Shut up.
Get out of here. I don't know who you are anymore. I don't know who you are anymore.
Purple Rain's like my favorite of his. Like that.
Retro games. You know what he just got me
What?
on the Switch? Jaws.
Yeah.
The Nintendo style Jaws. And I almost beat it. I'm like that close.
Yeah. Let's see. Skodoma says, I found a bunch of old Cosby records. I don't play them in fear of being drugged. I have the Guardians of the Galaxy records too. My mom, I bought my mom the first Guardians of the Galaxy record because I think that's the better of the two. But the second one's really good too.
I think we bought her both, didn't we?
No, just the first. Yeah, you
I
can
forget
look over
what's in the
there.
game. The game had some good songs in it too, and I can't remember them.
Which one?
The game, Guardians of the Galaxy game.
Oh yeah. That game was great, by the way, and I wish more people would have bought that game, but they didn't because it didn't feature the actors. You know, it's like, come on, man.
You know what record I want
It
you to get?
would have cost them a fortune to get the actors because those people don't do it for cheap.
Yeah, of course. They want to get paid. I mean, you work that hard to get your position in Hollywood. Get as much money as you can because it ain't gonna last, right? I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of those actors aren't going to be around in 5, 10 years. They'll be doing like independent movies and shit like that, like all the actors do.
It's like what you said about Vivica Fox.
Oh my God, we were watching a remake of Night of the Living Dead, and I was like, where did Vivica Fox go and who ate her? Because holy shit, that woman is big. I was like, damn, dude. All I can think about is like Independence Day. She played a stripper, and she was one of the hottest women I think I'd ever seen in my life. And now I'm like, that's a man, baby. You know, I'm like, holy shit.
I think she got a bunch of shitty plastic surgery too.
Yeah, into the mic.
Oh, I think she got a bunch of
Yeah.
shitty plastic surgery too.
Yeah.
Too many actors have fallen to that. Just
Yeah.
too much plastic surgery, and they just like look old. When they're looking old, they're just like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So let's go ahead and get this news out of the way here. We'll each do a story. We only got 3 news stories, so
We haven't even got to the news yet.
I know we haven't. We were having a good old combo, but okay. Let me get the news cue up here. RPG news. Eric, why don't you go ahead and start us up?
Okay, from RPG site, Octopath Traveler and Octopath Traveler 2 are now available on Switch 2 in Japan, but the West has to wait till October 1st for some reason.
Yeah.
Also, these are Switch These are being priced at $50 or $60 in the UK and the US, and they're game key cards, and there is no save transfer, and there's no upgrade paths.
That's some fucking bullshit because I got both of those games. No, is it that? Yeah.
Yeah, you got the
Yeah.
Switch versions.
Yeah, I got the Switch versions, and that's BS. But I mean, it's not like that's such a big deal because I mean, it's a turn-based RPG, which doesn't necessarily need like.
But
you
the
know-
game has frame pacing issues, and that would be alleviated by this new version. I mean, they play at 60 FPS.
Do they? Would they? Do you think they'll fix
I
that?
think eventually they'll probably do an upgrade path. They just want to get the early adopter whales first.
Yeah, yeah. I need that $5-10 upgrade path, man, because I'm not paying.
Otherwise, you're waiting for a sale for a game that
Yeah,
you already bought.
Scotoma says, speaking of plastic people, did you see Madonna at the game? I did not, but she's all plastic at this point, Scotoma. I mean, you know what she looks like? Like the Megan doll in that movie, Megan. What? Am I right?
She looks awful.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, she's not sexy in any shape, form.
Is anybody looking forward to Clayface?
To what?
Clayface.
The Clayface is a character I've always wanted to see on the screen, so I'm interested.
And
I have not seen it.
I like how they're making it a horror movie, a body horror movie at that. So I think that's really cool.
Looks good.
Yeah. All right. Second story, Breakman.
Coming to us live from whoops, I'm looking at the wrong screen here. Coming to us live from RPG site. The second story R is a remake of Star Ocean, the second story that released in November 2023 for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and
Space.
and PC.
Sorry, Break.
Did someone say space?
Yeah,
Is that what that said?
I think so.
Space is based on the PSP version, Star Ocean Second Evolution, with new pixel art and a suite of new features.
Oh.
Switch 2 version is priced at $49.99 and we bought on eShop. Okay.
They also added a little bit of HT 2D to the game and parts.
Yeah,
And there's no
make it-
save transfer between Switch and Switch 2.
Yeah,
I was
it-
expecting that.
If there's one thing that Square's been consistent on when it comes to the error, the inconsistency, it's that they're not doing cross-gen support.
Well, they actually break it down here. If you have played the Switch 2 docked version, it's 1080p, 60 frames per second. And if you put it in handheld, it's the same. Oh.
Yeah, that is interesting. 1080p, 60 frames, either way.
I'm
with that.
surprised they couldn't get 4K. Maybe they didn't try. I don't know.
I was gonna say they probably didn't try.
Yeah. Well, the handheld can't do 4K, can it, Eric?
No, but you can play 4K on dock probably.
Yeah, and docked. Yeah, maybe
Or at
it's-
least 1440p.
Yeah, but I think a lot of companies want it to be the same with whether you're docked or not. You know,
Right.
they want you to have the same experience in handheld as you do.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter on a handheld so much 4K because it's such a small screen that there's no way of deciphering the difference between something like 1080p and 4K. There really isn't. The only thing that's gonna make that difference is if they ever come out with a console that's 8K. Because that would make a difference, and that would be interesting to see if they could pile that on to,
They won't though, because there's no future for 8K in my opinion.
I think there is because that's the last thing that the human eye can make the discerning difference, and there is 8K content already, Eric. So I think
But I think it won't happen due to the fact that the adoption rate will be so low that they won't even be worth it, and they already know that, which is why they haven't done it.
possibly, but in 2 or 3 generations, I could see it. But anything past 8K, the human eye can't detect, so it's not going to be a big thing. All right, last story coming to us from RPGsite.net. Super Yano Man Collection releases for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and 5, and PC via Steam on December 10th. And these are the old Famicom games, I believe, right, Eric? Yes, the Famicom and Super Famicom, or the Super Famicom.
They're
games.
Japanese only, but I'm sure the fan community will full frame translation patches, especially for beta, the Emblem of Justice, which did have a localization on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah. So that's cool. That's really cool, and I'm all for some of that retro gaming stuff.
Oh
So
wait, no, I don't think it. No, I'm thinking of a completely different game. Never mind.
yeah. All right. So that is the end of
There's
the.
also one more game, Trinia. It doesn't mention that in the top of the article, but that's the last game in the set.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is it for the news. Thankfully, are we doing game night tonight? Break?
I don't know. I mean,
Probably
I
not.
guess we can do a little bit.
If not, that's okay. We can continue our discussion on the physical game thing. Are
Yeah,
you
it's we'll get to it with Stinkos, I think.
okay? All right. Let's move on then to what have you been playing?
Inquiring minds want to know.
Hey, Freak Five's in chat. What's up, Freak Five? Let me see if he said he definitely didn't say anything of importance because he never does, But no, I'm just kidding, Freak Five. Let's see. Scotoma said, "Let me get caught up on Twitch chat. I got Star Fox for Switch 2, but haven't played it yet. I heard it's pretty good, Scotoma. By the way, that
Dude, I'm just kind of waiting until I clear up some of my stuff first.
yeah, Scotoma said."
Like Star Fox came out 2 weeks before Splatoon Raiders did, and I saw, or no, and so I knew Splatoon Raiders coming out, so I want to play that.
Yeah.
And I'll play probably Star Fox.
Yeah. Scotoma says, by the way, that $450 to $500 price tag for the Switch 2 ain't looking so bad anymore, right? Compare that with PS5 or a new Xbox. I completely agree with you, Scot. I have a Switch 2. I have all the consoles, but that's what we're talking about. Like, are we going to be able to maintain that going forward? And I know we're not. I mean, $1,200 is a lot of money. If that's what the price tag for the PlayStation 6 is, I'm going to have to do some saving. And I'm not getting it right away. So that means that they might do a price hike in between time because they've gotten the green light to raise the price on their PlayStation 5. I mean, they're still selling those things like hotcakes. When does it end? There are that many people that have that much money that can afford them? Or are they just putting them on like price plans, like $24 a month or some shit? Because that's where we're headed.
It's not that low. It's probably closer to 75.
Yeah.
I think that was the lowest that you could pay on something on Zip.
Yeah, but if you put it on a credit card, Eric, you can get low payments like $15 to $25 a month, minimum payments. But in the end, you're going to pay way more for that console and interest. You know what I'm saying?
Zip's interest free. So
and I'm going to answer.
I just had to pay an initial one-time fee that was like $35.
I think I'm going to answer Breakman's question. The answer is yes to your question, Breakman. Do I look like a lesbian? To Google, he says. Yes. Al SoCal in the house. What's up, Al? Nice to have you in here, buddy. Haven't seen you in a bit, but you've been throwing out some great videos, Al. I've been watching them from time to time. You got a great channel. If you get a chance to look at Al's channel, make sure you go there. Let's see. Does Google think you're a lesbian too? To Freak Five? No, they don't. He says. Let's see. I've been playing Chicken Police. I don't know what that is, but it sounds fun. Scotoma. Google doesn't know how much lesbian porn I watch. Oh, that's standard. Freak Five. So for bad movie night, I watched 4 movies that made it look like I had a fetish that I don't have. Let me guess. Breakman says grandma porn. It was movies about giant women. Freak Five, like what day are you on, man? You got to be coming up to a year on that shit already, right? I mean, I think you were going to do 356 straight days or some shit of like shitty movie day or something, bad movie day. He's up there. He's done a bad movie every day for almost a year, I think. Scotto says the fetish was feet. Yeah. Foot fetish. No shaming. By the way. So, yeah. What have you been playing, Break?
Not well. I mean, it's been a couple weeks, and really, I can only think of what I've been playing recently you know, because mostly Mortal Kombat One because I don't know why they named it One. Just weird name after 11 to call your next game One, but whatever. Just a lot of fun trying to. No, there's really nothing to unlock. Just chasing achievements right now.
Yeah.
I went online and got beat off a bit. That's about it.
The way that I play Mortal Kombat, Breakman, is I go on
Hmm.
YouTube and I watch all the fatalities and compilations.
Hmm.
Because you can't afford everything, Breakman, and obviously fighting games aren't at the top of my list of stuff. But
Hmm.
I buy all these cheap games on the PlayStation Store, or I'll find a
Yeah.
really cheap physical game, and
Well, games like Mortal Kombat, like if you wait long enough, they go really cheap on sale. Like
yeah, yeah,
Injustice, yeah, Injustice, and Injustice 2. Like you can probably buy those games for $10 when they go on sale. You
even
know,
5. I bought them for 5.
there you go.
Yeah,
And I bought Mortal Kombat 1 when it was fairly cheap, but not that cheap. I
yeah,
was just kind of impatient because I love Mortal Kombat. Always
yeah.
been.
All right, Eric, what have you been playing?
I've
I
been
was gonna say,
playing Digimon Story Time Stranger, and I'm at the midway point of that game. I might slow down my play progress of that game because this story DLC, the actual story DLC, like not just like do little side quest mission DLC that's out now, is coming next year. So I might just wait until then, and or wait until I find out whether or not it's standalone or it's like something I need to like get at a certain point in the game to play. Decide whether or not I'll continue playing it. But in the I was gonna move on to like something like Resident Evil Requiem. Finally get around to playing Expedition 33.
Oh,
Otherwise, I've been playing Dark Souls 3.
yeah. I've been watching Eric play Dark Souls 3 and Breakman. We often talk about like our reflexes and shit like that. And I played Bloodborne. I played Dark Souls 1, 2, 3. Can't get past like basically the first areas. It's not because of a lack of will or trying or anything like that because I've literally spent hours in those games trying to get better
uh
and I don't have the reflexes anymore at all. And the way Eric plays, Eric is an absolute. I know he's too humble to admit it, but I mean, he goes through these games like they're like nothing. I mean, he does die from time to time, but holy shit, is Eric a great video gamer, and it's been really fun to watch Eric. Like I've been watching like a real time playthrough of these games, and Eric memorizes like every single kind of nuance because he plays through them so many times that he'll know when when secret areas coming up, and he's let me privy to a lot of the lore, a lot of the goings on with those games. And that's something that I've always wanted to do, especially with the game like Bloodborne, which we already been through. And it's just really cool to go to watch him play and have the ability to see the game. I'm going to try those games eventually again and probably get good enough to pass them if I know myself, but it's nice to go through them and see the nuance and see what you have to do in advance. I think that's why I watch a lot of playthroughs of games before I actually play them, is so I know how to play the game, because a lot of the modern gaming, especially with from software, there's not really tutorials to help you, you know, understand the game, the learning curve to those games. So it's been really fun to watch Eric play those couple of games. But that's all I've been doing as of late, is watching him play those games, which is cool because my meds are still, I'm getting adjusted to those meds. It takes a couple months at least, and
Yeah.
sometimes more. And I have to have another appointment, which I forgot to call today. Damn it! But um, Yeah, it's those games are immaculate. Those games are. I don't see how anybody can't put those in the pantheon of greatest games of all time. They are simply breathtakingly awesome in every way, even in their flaws, because every game is flawed. Um, they're just masterpieces in my opinion. Especially 1, 3. I like Demon Souls a lot, especially the remake. And I like Bloodborne an awful lot. Elden Ring is really good too. The problem with Elden Ring is that you know it's an open world game more than anything. I know the Souls games kind of are like that, but Elden Ring is huge, and I think that's what I'm going to venture with Eric next. But that's what I've been doing. So let's move on to reviews.
RPGrinders reviews.
Break, do you have a review?
I could probably review some TV shows I've watched. What was that? I'm trying to think what it was called. This hockey show.
Heated Rivalry.
What's that?
It's called Heated Rivalry.
No, that's not the one. About this girl and a guy, and the guy's obviously in love with her, but he pretends to help her try and meet another guy and stuff from that. And it's filled with a lot of bad acting, and I really did not like the show, except for the copious amounts of nudity.
Oh,
Yeah, off campus. That's what it was.
Off campus. Okay. Well, you had me at nudity break, man.
But there's a lot of nudity in it.
Oh, well, that's not a minus in my book.
Mostly boobs, but
Sweet.
there are some unhung dicks. At one point, uncut dicks. I meant asses too. I think that's about it.
Yes. Sounds like a good time to me, break.
Wieners.
Wieners.
Wieners. I mean, other than that, like it was just like, oh, can we just get to the nudity? The show was, let me see, what else did I watch? I know I've seen some other shit. I can't remember though.
All right. Freak 5 says, I have decided I'm going to end Bad Movie Night after a year. The last movie I'm going to watch is going to be The Room. Never seen it before. And all the movies I've watched for Bad Movie Night have been movies I had never seen before. That's cool. Have you watched Shoresy?
I was through the first couple seasons. I haven't watched any after that because I got cut off from Hulu.
You got cut off? Did you end your Hulu?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I should say. I cut myself off from Hulu, so I didn't get past for the second season.
Yeah.
Freak.
Shoresy is looking great though. I still think Letterkenny is better, and I kind of like Shoresy better in that where he wasn't he was sort of like you remember Home Improvement Wilson, the character you only see like half of his face.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with Shoresy, you would never see his face. You'd like see the back of his head and stuff like that. And the whole time he's slinging insult after insult after insult. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, go ahead, Bernie.
Freak 5 needs to watch one movie for Bad Movie Night.
What?
Moonfall.
Moonfall?
Yes.
That's the greatest movie of all time, Bernie. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yuck.
She hates Moonfall, y'all. I think it's terrible too. But I think Freak 5 has seen it already. Moonfall. He's going for movies he hasn't seen already.
Oh, well then no, never mind. Don't waste your time.
Yeah. Let's see here. Eric. Oh, is that all you've been playing, Break?
Or watch. I saw the John Candy documentary, which I was really expecting to be funnier than it was, but it was more
Serious?
No, I mean there was a lot of jokes, but there was more sentimental.
So a lot of crying.
There was a little bit of it, but it was good. But it was still like an enjoyable watch, especially if like you grew up in the '80s watching John Candy when he was this huge star.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, literally there was nobody bigger than John Candy in the '80s.
Oh well, literally and figuratively.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And but they glanced over like his alcohol addiction essentially. I mean they talk about a little bit, but Yeah, because he, unlike a lot of drunks, he wasn't an asshole.
Yeah.
Like he was beloved by everybody, even when he was drunk.
And he wasn't obnoxious either, because you have that too. They're
Yeah.
not really
Nor was he
belligerent,
just bad drink.
because you got the
Yeah,
belligerent.
he died when he was 38, I think.
Yeah,
Was it 38?
yeah.
Should
He
be
was
around
pretty young.
there. Yeah,
Um,
and it was a shock when he died, but it was like you find out that like his dad died when he was like 25 of a heart attack, like really young,
yeah,
and apparently he had that on his. He had that in his mindset that I'm in borrowed time after he's 25, so he didn't care about how much he risked his health.
yeah.
So it's-
Hey, Freak Five, it's Moonfall is streaming on Prime Video right now for free. If you have Prime, you can watch it. Which who doesn't have Prime at this point? I mean, there's certain ones like Netflix, Prime that I think are kind of winning the online wars, and Prime only because they what they offer for their service is crazy. They give you free shipping, they give you free movies, albeit my plan is with commercials, which they didn't used to be commercialized, but now they are, and they want an extra $5 to take the commercials off, which I'm like, get bent. Um, what else? There's nothing else. I mean, those are the two big ones right now. I mean, I know there's Paramount and Peacock and HBO Max, I guess, is another kind of big one, but there's not enough money. I mean, it's become as ridiculous as cable ever was, even more so. I mean, I don't disagree with you, Breakman, cutting some of those services because we can't afford them all. We simply can't do that. All right. So okay. Anything else, Break?
No, that's it.
Let's see. Yeah, Skodoma said, "Did you watch the?" He just talked about the John Candy one. Free audio book as well every month, and Amazon Music with Amazon Prime. Yeah, Freak Five. There's lots of benefits to Prime. I know we rail on Amazon all the time, but as far as like value for the money that you pay, that's pretty high up there. Netflix doesn't offer half of that, and they are, much more in money. Um, Let me ask Bernie. Bernie, what have you been playing? Anything?
Uh,
Uh,
my phone games.
yeah.
But I really want to play, since I have time now, I want to play some Sims and maybe finish Jaws.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You did play Jaws, so that's there you go.
Yeah.
I already said what I did. Anything you want to review? You want to review Moonfall?
It sucked.
What are you giving Moonfall out of 10, Bernie?
-5 out of 10.
-5 out of 10. Okay, that's
An Academy Award winning actress can't even act in that movie. So
it's one of the greatest movies
Gross.
I've ever seen in my life, Bernie.
Great train wreck, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
Evil Dead. Did
Oh.
you talk about
Oh
Evil
no,
Dead?
Evil Dead. Okay, I'm going to talk about that because we did see Evil Dead. Let me all right, let me mark that down because I forgot that Evil Dead. Yeah, but I'll
You
do.
can chat.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Eric, do you have any reviews?
Yeah. Like months ago, I watched Masters of the Universe and Supergirl. So which one do you want first?
Let's go with Supergirl.
Supergirl was a good movie that unfortunately not enough people saw. And while it did make its money back and actually started making a profit like taking globally into account, its domestic debut was god awful bad. But and I don't know why. A lot of people said the writing was bad, but no, the writing wasn't bad. It was Supergirl was she was a train wreck, and she's supposed to be a train wreck, and she's supposed to be out of work, and the whole movie was about her getting over that bump.
See, I haven't
But
seen
I think the
Supergirl.
biggest problem this movie had was the inclusion of Lobo and the casting of Momoa as Lobo, because
I want to say
the movie.
I want to interrupt real quick because I do want to see Supergirl, but the one thing that's really turning me off is there's one character in comic books I hate more than any fucking other character. Fucking Lobo is the worst fucking character was ever put in a comic book.
I disagree with that, but
I hate Lobo. You're wrong. He's the worst.
He's an asshole for sure.
He's a monster just it felt like when they made him in DC, it was just because they felt out edgied by Marvel. Like he was like their answer to the Marvel's more edgy characters and darker characters, and they just did crazy shit with him just to go above and beyond to make him more horrible. And like this guy's like you're going to still like him because he's a badass, but then he's going to murder his own dog. Like no,
yeah, he's a terrible. Well, that's kind of the point of his character is that he's so terrible. Break like he's the one that you root against. You know what I mean? Like that's
I don't like that. There are better characters to root against. Doctor Doom, for instance, like you want to root against that guy because he's brilliant and he's strong, and it's like how do you beat him? You know.
Well, let me ask
interesting villains.
Let me ask you, in the grand scheme of things, who's worse, Doctor Doom or morally? I'm speaking of Breakman, Doctor Doom or Lobo?
Maybe Lobo. Lobo didn't he kill his own people and he kills his pets? Yeah, like Doctor Doom at least protects his own people,
and he has a reason for everything he does. He doesn't just do it on a whim.
I mean, it's debatable, but I would put Doctor Doom as one of the most deplorable characters ever.
He is.
Worse than Thanos?
But I just think Lobo is like the worst.
He's pretty bad.
In the cartoons, they've tried to make him redeemable, but like the comic book version of Lobo is just he's a monster and he just needs to go away. I hate him. He's not a good monster. He's just a horrible thing where just like he interrupts the flow of all the comics. Because they're just not built for this. The DC stories just aren't built for that kind of character.
See, I think you have a decent point there, Break. But I've made the same point. I've gotten a lot of shit for it, but I've made the same point about Deadpool, but in a different way. You know, and
I can see that.
People's arguments are that he's humorous, so that's what makes it, acceptable. And I'm like, all he is
Lobo
a kid.
Reminds me of a character from Image Comics more than anything.
I think Deadpool fits fine into the X-Men universe, but when you go into the bigger universe of Marvel,
he doesn't. Yeah, he's just
there's so many mutants with odd superpowers that you could have like a guy who communicates with another dimension. You know.
Yeah. See, I liken him to being a chaotic character in Dungeons and Dragons, right? You have chaotic good and chaotic evil, right? Chaotic evil would be somebody like the Joker, right? Like he does.
Right.
Like random crazy shit, but he has intention and he knows what he's talking about. But it's crazy, and nobody would act like that.
He does have but he has like this. He's going to do essentially what he tells you he's going to do, no matter how insane it is.
Right. That's what I was trying to get to, not in so many words, Break, but yeah. But then you're right. I mean, I can see your point about Lobo because, like, I've argued that same thing with Deadpool. He's a chaos agent basically in the Marvel universe, right? Like, anytime he shows up, he interrupts the flow of whatever storyline is going on.
DC? You've been saying Marvel.
No, Deadpool's in Marvel.
Deadpool is in Marvel.
I thought we were talking about Lobo.
I am, but I'm also talking about like
We're
similar
talking
characters.
about both of them.
Yeah,
because they both. He's right. They do. He does interrupt a lot of the flow and a lot of the Marvel more serious comics and stuff like that. But there are, like I said, the X-Men where they deal with some crazy, really crazy superpowers, like just a lot of like crazy powers. And then they have other instances in the Marvel universe like Howard the Duck and other more crazier things, but Deadpool doesn't fit like when you put him in with like Captain America and Iron Man.
Ironpool. Yeah, that's the next character from Marvel. Ironpool.
Iron Gwenpool.
But like in Lobo, like he just, especially like a Superman cartoon or something, Superman comic, and Superman deals with other crazy things like Mr. McPixlick.
Mixed pixie stick.
McPixie stick. It's the evil
Okay.
the evil candy thrower. You know, the sprinkles. It's the evil fairy of the DC universe that sprinkles fairy dust, nefarious fairy
And who
dust
would win
on.
in a fight, Mixelplick or Batmite?
Or who? Batmite?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Alistair Crowley is in chat. He says, "I need to replenish on my way to the dispensary." Oh well, good for you.
Aren't they essentially the same thing? Same character?
What? Who?
Yeah, but like, who has more skill?
I keep forgetting Howard the Duck is part of the
Marvel.
Marvel.
Yeah.
I'm saying about like and he's more of the fantastic Marvel universe. But you know, when you're dealing with say Iron Man, it's more of like a grounded. You know, he's on Earth fighting Earth villains and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or Captain America's fighting Nazis and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas Deadpool's like, you know, he's fighting with them and then he stops and talks to the screen. Like, it's just like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, I get the appeal of Deadpool, but I also get the appeal of
Right.
Lobo.
And don't get me wrong, I love Deadpool. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah, I do too, and I can't stand Lobo as well, Breakman. But I think in the grand scheme of things, he's a good character to root against. You know, he's not.
Freak loves him. He said that in chat. I know he's wrong, but I was just
Yeah, yeah. Did you watch the video I sent you earlier this week? Remind me what the video was, Freak. I've been.
Mr. Sinister is the most evil bad guy ever. Prove me wrong. Ooh.
Mr. Sinister's up there too, but I think in the
And we still haven't got him in a fucking movie.
I know how is
And
Doctor
he's been
Sinister?
teased.
Yeah. Well, the Beyonder. I mean, there's a plethora of characters. I mean, one could argue that Galactus is the worst. You know, because he basically takes care of billions of people all in one shot. Doesn't care if you're, you know, good, bad, indifferent. You're all dying.
That's the thing is he's like, to him, like we're just food
Ants.
sources.
Yeah,
actually.
food source.
Yeah, we're just we're just on his food source actually. But
What do you think the most evil
like,
character is, Bernie?
Wait, Galactus was
I mean,
on the.
he's not, but he doesn't do
5.
it out of like intentions of wanting to destroy the galaxy or rule anything. He just does it because he's hungry.
Yeah.
I don't
No.
know. I think Thanos is pretty evil if you think about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thanos definitely. He killed his own people too. Like,
Yeah.
And then he killed other people and took prisoners and because he
tortured his
took,
own quote unquote children. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
addicted them and experimented
See,
on them.
when you look at the scale of evil, right? There's I can't remember what the name of it, but it was I think a guy from Germany that came up with the scale of evil, and always at the top of the list is the BTK killer. And do you know why? Because he not only raped and killed, but he tortured his victims. So anytime you involve the torture along with the rape and killing, that is what makes somebody at the top of the chain. So I can see where you're coming from, Break, on Lobo for sure. But I think from
we've been in a rat hole. I feel like.
Yeah, we interrupted his. I just wanted to complain about Lobo.
oh yeah, okay, all right.
Because I didn't even see the movie, but I totally agree with Lobo being the problem.
Yeah, cash only, Alistair. Cash only.
Because of that, the movie's a 7 out of 10.
Yeah. All right. Next one, Eric.
Next, Masters of the Universe. Well, so there are some people online that like were mad that I noticed like recently that they thought it was 1/3 of a good movie, and the other 2/3 were like bad parts of different angles, like focus testing and CEOs and like overachieving directors wanting to make their mark. And
There's no way it could be worse than the first one.
But yeah, like the movie, it's like I'm fine with it because the movie set out to be a more competent retelling of the Masters of the Universe story, where the first film failed, and it succeeded in my opinion, even with the weird, stupid jokes and the humor that doesn't quite land all the time, which kind of I think borrows from the more recent cartoons. But anyways, I really liked it, and I like the idea of him being like a total dweeb, even in his own world, and then him having to be sent there Earth as a kid because it was too dangerous. So they kind of pulled from She-Ra in that respect because that's what they did with her. It was too dangerous, so they sent her away. The Horde does not make an appearance, but it sort of does. But they hint at the part 2 being her story, but I don't know if it's actually going to happen now because it did so badly. But I think it will do better in streaming because a lot of people probably are like, this movie I'd rather watch on Netflix or whatever. That's probably why they didn't go to the movies to see it. So hopefully it recoups its losses in the big screen. That happens, but which I think is really soon. But if it hasn't happened already, but it might have been as recent as this week. All I remember, but this movie is more of a 6.5, but that's fine because like I said, it just need to be better than the first Master of the Universe film. And I think
that's a low bar.
and I think the weakest link of the movie is Jared Leto, despite his performance in the movie, like they could have like gotten any other actor to do that role. I think because like they just gave him a script and he did it, and the script was good, and that's all he needed to do really.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people complaining about Jared Leto. So 6.5.
I think his own natural voice is so unenthusiastic, though, which is why they had to doctor it to make him sound.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, Eric?
No, those are the two things I saw, and I haven't beaten any games I'm going to review on the show because that rarely happens. I'd rather save that for the feed.
All right. I have 3, and Bernie can help me with all 3 of these because we watched them all together. I'll try to do them as fast as I can here. Evil Dead Burn, the latest offering in the Evil Dead universe. I'm going to say it's a must-watch. I thought it was great. Genuinely scary movie. It didn't have nearly as much humor as the last one did, which didn't have much humor to begin with. So it's not one of these I'm expecting a Bruce Campbell, nod type of, funniness to it. It was just mean. It's a mean movie. And if you like that type of thing, it's the movie for you. I'm giving it a solid 8 out of 10. Bernie, what did you think?
For Evil Dead
Burn, yeah.
For Evil Dead Burn, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10 too.
Yeah, what do you...
Because it was gory, and it was gory, and it was fast paced, and there were a lot of good jump scares. So yeah. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good as well. Scary movie to kind of counteract the Evil Dead meanness. If you like the original scary movies, like 1 and 2 especially, you're probably going to like this movie. Gen X, I heard, did not like this movie. I can see why. There was a lot of great stuff in this movie to laugh at. I can't wait till you guys... I don't want to spoil much of it because I want you guys to see it first. Did you...
Apparently there's an extended cut of like the first movie.
Yeah. No, this movie. There's a 10-minute... which I'm curious about because I'm sure it's going to be even funnier.
I thought it was Gen Z that didn't like
I mean,
it.
Gen Z or whatever.
Because
not
we
Gen
were
X.
fine with it.
Yeah. Not Gen X, Gen Z. I thought it was really funny. And I can't wait till you guys see it because, I mean, some of the jokes were a little obtuse, but a lot of them were like, just on the money type jokes and just give you those quick chuckles, which I appreciate in a movie. Did not care about political correctness, which I also kind of like, in a funny way, not a mean-spirited, kind of way.
It didn't mind making fun of the right at some point.
Yeah, it didn't. I mean, anything from being gay to transgender to being in the Trump administration. I mean, there was nothing that was out of bounds for this movie. So there was like no playing favorites on either side of the aisle if people wanted to make that argument, which I've heard there. I mean, it's genuinely a movie that can please almost any generation, I think, because it tried to bring everybody in, past and present, and I thought it was pretty good. I'm giving it a solid 9 out of 10. Bernie, what did you think?
I was never really a huge fan of scary movies. I mean, I liked them; they made me chuckle or whatever. But this one, like you said, it had like a little bit of everything in it, so I really enjoyed it. I think I will give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, we both laughed at least 2 or 3 times, like big belly laughs. So that's when you know a movie's pretty good. When you can
Yeah.
get at least 2 to 3 good belly laughs, you're in good shape. And then the final thing that I'm going to review, and Eric, have you seen The Boys yet?
No.
I know.
Oh, I could review the final season of The Boys.
Yeah, I saw the final season of The Boys as well. Maybe we can triple team this then, Break.
Okay.
I'll hit mute or something.
Yeah, just hit mute for a minute, and I'll tell you when to come back, Eric. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I thought it ended really well, Break. I don't really want to give spoilers because it's fairly new.
I will say, like, there are definitely some satisfying deaths in the final episode. I don't want to like spoil anything, like you said, because it is new, but there are definitely satisfying kills. It's still gory if you want the gore. They made sure not to scrape on that. So, but yeah, like the ending was satisfying. Like it feels like it ended the only real way it could.
Yeah, and I like that there's no real path forward to make any more, really. And I think that's why they ended the other spin-off series. Like, I think that's the way it was in the comics, even though I think the comic is still maybe going on. I'm not 100% sure of that, but there's not really, like, that's the end of the chapter, right? That's the end. Like, there's no, I mean, what other story can you tell? I mean,
I think they're going to do a prequel series now, though.
Oh, well, that's
There
good.
is another The Boys spinoff coming out, but I'm pretty sure it's a prequel series.
Yeah, prequel's fine because you can lead up to VOD and all that shit, but
Yeah, I think it's going to be like earlier years, like so we're going to see like young soldier boy type thing.
yeah. I don't know. I really liked the last season, Break. I think I would give it like a 9 out of 10 as well. I do think there were some not very many unfulfilled storylines that were left kind of dangling, but the majority were kind of put to bed, man. I mean, certain deaths, certain way things ended, and stuff like that. Like I think, there's not much more story to tell there. I think they did a pretty good job of buttoning everything up in that final season, and it did not seem too rushed to me, Break. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, the way it was building was towards like a last-ditched effort against the apocalypse. I mean, this essentially what was going to happen was that's kind of like that's one of my only regrets is we didn't get to see him really go out on a massacre, like it kind of teased in the first season.
Oh, you mean Homelander?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that's an evil kind of thing to think, but like that scene where he was dreaming about eye lasering half the audience and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of waiting for a scene like that to happen, but we didn't get anything like
I
that.
think throughout
But
this...
what he had planned was much more devious.
Yeah. Well, the comics was much more devious too, Break.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. I think there was enough that you saw from him throughout that made him bad enough, Break.
Yeah.
So the
That's
mind
true.
kind of leads you to believe what could have been with him.
Yeah. And like I said, especially in this one, he is definitely, his plan is absolutely devious, and his ego couldn't be bigger.
Yeah.
I don't think there's even Trump's ego isn't as big as his.
Well, the picture of Jesus, him as Jesus, was kind of in that direction, Breakman.
Well, I mean, he went, but Hollander goes above that. Kind of a little spoiler. Like he wants to be the new guy.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm the new Messiah. Like he's above Jesus. He considers himself above.
Yeah. So what do you think, Bernie?
I think it ended well. I think that it ended really well.
Yeah.
And I don't I like you said, I think that everything kind of tied in, and I don't think there's anything else to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
there was a few sad moments,
Hmm.
but it was really good.
I thought that they did a good job of reminding everybody of everybody's past things. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I thought it was a pretty masterful last season. It's one of the I put it probably in my top 10 last season's break, and that's saying a lot because I've seen a lot of series. My gold standard are two: Breaking Bad and The Shield. Are up there for as far as like endings to a series. But I thought they did a really good job with The Boys. I really do. I think it's a top 10 final season for me. So,
Like I said,
um,
they wrapped most of it up very nicely. I thought.
yeah, yeah. All right, let me get Eric back
I will
here.
say that I do have one little spoiler,
Yeah.
kind of. I was a little bit disappointed at the very end that Mother's Milk didn't go back and kill, what's his name, Victor?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because he promised him he would, but he didn't get around to that part.
Well,
But
that
at the same time, like you saw, like he was actually retired and he's living that, like he's gonna get a happy life that he deserved.
yeah,
So that's kind of better for him. But at the same time, like I wanted to go see him kill that guy.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying about some unfulfilled kind of little,
Mhm.
details that they. I mean, some of these screenwriters are up against it break, and they can't
Yeah.
get every single
Well, I
little
mean,
thing in.
like I said, it would go against what the ending he was given was.
Yeah,
Like he's given a happy ending, which is
yeah,
a spoiler. Sorry, everybody.
yeah, yeah. All right, Eric, you can come back. Can you here? I'll put it in this chat too. Okay, Eric. Okay, Eric, come on back. Come back. All right. So let's see. We did reviews. Let's get to everybody's favorite part of
Rick
the.
just mentioned his favorite scene from The Boys when the dog was dreaming about fucking Homelander.
Oh my God, that was so funny. I think I laughed out loud at that one.
Which one?
The dream sequence with Terror.
Yeah.
Terror is the name of the dog, by the way. Yeah.
That was funny.
All right, let's move on to everybody's favorite segment.
What is it?
Stinko of the week.
Freak Five says I watched Punisher one last kill. I liked it. I did too. I might talk about that next week. Freak Five, really good. All right, Eric, are you back? Eric, yeah, we don't have Eric. Okay, well, Breakman, Stinkos of the week.
All right, I didn't make a list. I didn't know if we were doing a show tonight or not. So I didn't really work on it. But there's plenty of shit we can just go through memory here. Like, America's at war and soldiers are constantly dying. Even though our president told us the war is over with. I think 40 or 50 times now he said it. And they've counted the most recent deaths as happening during during when they're doing a ceasefire. So they're not counting the most recent soldier deaths as dying during the war.
Oh well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, like so this administration has lied about everything in every way, and they're trying to cover up their evil deeds, and they've been successful, really. I mean, we've had I forget how many deaths we've had in ICE custody, and we've only had a fraction of those numbers reported.
Yeah, yeah.
And which reminds me, we've also had 2 more people executed by ICE agents in this 2
I
weeks.
saw that too. Yep, that happened.
And yeah, let's call it bloody. Let's call it murder or execution, or let's not call it like killed. Let's be what it was. Like this was a cold-blooded murder by monsters that need to be stopped.
Of all the things that have happened in this, I'll call it regime Breakman because it's more of a regime than a presidency.
Yeah.
I think that's the one thing, if the Democrats take control, that'll be accounted for. I don't think anything else will be accounted for. Trump is never going to jail. All his cronies are never going to jail. Even though
I think Pete Hegseth might be in trouble. Might go
possible,
to. Yeah, he's going to deal with war crimes.
I,
He's got bigger issues than America to deal with.
I saw Breakman.
But like we've seen other people get away from war crimes just by hiding in their countries.
Yeah, I saw Breakman a video where it basically I saw it where they basically um, asked AI, right? Um, of all the people in the Trump presidency, who's got the most, who does the AI believe has the most, is most at risk for, prosecution, basically. And your candidate right there, Breakman, came up as one of the top. There were a couple. I think Christy Nome has some, um, uh, criminal exposure. Pete
Yeah.
Hegseth was up there too. I mean, he did something that's really egregious, Breakman. And when you found out the details later, nobody can ignore it, man. When he bombed that boat, right?
Yep.
The fisherman boat, and then
Yep.
when they were, because when you bomb a boat, it's one thing, right? He would have got away with that for sure,
Hmm.
right? But when you see people that are shipwrecked and they're just out there, I don't care if they're the worst drug peddlers in the world, drug pushers, but
Yep.
they're out at sea, they're completely
International
exposed.
law.
There's nothing. Yeah, it's not only against our law, it's against
Yep.
international law.
International law. When there are people in that situation, you have to help them.
Yes.
I mean, you can take them as hostages, arrest them, or whatever, but your job is to save them.
Yes.
So go ahead, Frank. What happened?
So he ordered and was gleeful about dropping a second bomb on the shipwreckers, um, and that is completely egregious. And for that, I hope Pete Hegseth has to answer to the Hague. And do you know who one of the lawyers was at the Hague before for the United States, Breakman, who was prosecuting war crimes? It was Jack Smith. Jack Smith was at the Hague before he came to do this special, prosecutor stuff with Trump and stuff. Which
And they're going after him now. Like,
yeah, and they're not going to be
we
successful.
don't have anything on him, so I
No.
don't know what they're going to do.
No, they have nothing. He's. I'm not going to say Jack Smith is perfect because there were a couple things he did while he was doing the, trial or not trial, but the evidence against Trump and his cronies. But he was very thorough, and just like Jack Mueller was, But the whole Russia thing, like of all things that I agree with, and I hate agreeing with Trump on anything, but I thought the Russia thing was slightly overblown. And I know that's controversial, but that to me there just wasn't enough to say that. I mean, you can't take any meetings that he had. I mean, you could say that meeting that he had that he didn't have an official recorder in there. That's a little sus, I mean, but I can almost dismiss that, But what I can't dismiss is all the secrecy behind this Iran war. He was supposed to be. Remember the one thing I gave credit to Trump for before, guys, is he didn't get us into any wars, which is before him. Name me a president that didn't get us into a war. You'd have to go all the way back to Carter.
Biden didn't get us in wars.
Biden supported a lot of the wars that were still going on.
Right, but he didn't get us, and he didn't send our troops into battle.
No, but here's the thing: none of us want war, right?
Right.
So I'm talking American people in general. But the thing that bothers me the most is when Trump wanted to take all of our troops out of Afghanistan, which I agree with 100%, by the way.
And I think Carter was the last president before him, by the way.
Yes, and I said that.
Yes,
Carter. Yeah, Carter was the last.
Okay, I didn't hear you say Carter.
Yeah,
you
Carter.
Said it. I didn't.
But when we took those troops out, people were bitching on the left and right. I'm like, what the fuck is anybody bitching for?
I mean, for months and years, all we heard about was this. There are 16 people that died, and the exit. Well, yeah, because it was a fucking botched exit, but that was because of a plan. Somebody made it like a hard date to get out of that country,
Yeah.
after he screwed us over by giving them a lot of supplies and shit like that.
Yeah, I understand. Trump is an absolute scumbag, right? I mean, I don't
Yeah,
think there's any
and he's an
disagreement.
idiot too.
Yeah, and he's
He's
stupid
a
and all this, but if I have an idiot president that is all the mission is get us out of all these wars, I'm 100% for that break. So that was the one thing that I don't think Trump should have taken any criticism for. If anything, that should have been they should have built upon that. Look at this. This is the first president that's gotten us out of a fucking war in a while. How about that? But they didn't even do that. You know, they weren't. All the news stories are about Russia or about all the bad shit. Okay, I understand, but even in the face of horrible shit, don't we need at least some good fucking news every once in a goddamn while? Why does everything have to be, you know, doom and gloom? There are a couple of things that were decent, and I say a couple out of a million other things that were fucking awful. What's up, Fab Driz? Nice to have you here, buddy. Yeah, I just think that that's the one thing that they really shouldn't have done. But anyways, what do you think, Eric?
What was the question?
Well,
I
I'm
came
just
in the middle of whatever you're talking about.
no. Basically the question is, Eric, what Trump took. Trump has done a lot of horrible things, but the one thing that we can give him credit for was he was at least willing to try to get us out of some wars, aka the Afghanistan war.
He's talking about the first term, but yeah, and in the second term, like he got us right into this Iran war, and we've heard every excuse in the book, and he's told us numerous times that the war's over with and that we've won, and he's destroyed the nuclear infrastructure, But even the media won't point out the fact that the nuclear infrastructure, we had that solved. Like there was a peace agreement.
Yeah,
They weren't going to build nukes. It was solved, and we had international people investigating it, not just like Americans, people across the globe.
yeah,
Well, mostly Europe, but you know what I mean.
yeah.
And they weren't building nukes. It was the country was advancing. They were getting nuclear power and such like that. And now we've empowered them to make nukes, and now we're giving them a huge reason to make nukes.
Yeah, all this talk about nukes, man. I mean, nukes, AI. I mean,
Yeah, and we got now Saudi Arabia wants nukes too. Like this is just great. Like,
yeah.
oh, and I was gonna tell you, Frank. Like you're right about AI. It's already happening.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you, Break?
They made in a lab, and they were testing their AI. They wanted to see what would happen if they empowered it to do whatever it wanted to, escape or attack, and attack another infrastructure or something like that. Well, it figured out how to escape and attack infrastructure outside of their little planned environment they had. Like they had a closed off environment. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, look.
So AI has been getting free, and it's doing damage to other companies and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's only happened a couple times so far, but that's been this whole AI thing has blown up in this year. So this is just the beginning.
Breakman, I think if they don't shut down AI like within the next year or two, it's going to be over. And I mean, it's going to be over quick. But I will say this. I watched another video, right? There's one video I watched that basically gave 12 paths that AI could go, right? And most of them are no good for humans, right? There's anything from total annihilation, nuclear annihilation, something of what I said, like kind of like a chemical warfare thing where they send little, insects, for instance, that they could easily build, like nano robots that infect the population and get rid of us, and stuff like that. That's way more nefarious. There's one where I think would be the best possible scenario, where it lets us live in complete luxury. Because that would take the billionaire equation out of everything, right? And it would give us all free reign to have whatever we wanted, whether it would be ships or or everything that we want. It would get rid of all the nukes. It would get rid of all the mass weapons of destruction, and it would basically make some sort of a kind of a utopia for people, just so they could observe, the trajectory of mankind, and maybe be kind of a decider of whether or not we should live or not. I mean, at least in that scenario, our kids could enjoy some sense of luxury and freedom, and best healthcare and shit like that. But all the other scenarios are complete and utter ruinization of humans.
We are seeing some good things from AI right now. People are using it in the medical field to breaking down DNA sequencing and stuff like that, which would take human hands a very long time to do. So we have seen like it being used for good in some instances, but it seems like it's going the way of, in most instances, being bad for humanity.
Yeah, I just hope if that happens, Skodoma, he says, I hope AI hacks the military, causes another world war, and wipes all human life. If that happens, I just hope it's quick. I just hope it's like, it doesn't, we don't even know it. And like I said, some type of like little nanobot that's released on the entire earth, and every single human being just all at once is just done. I mean, if that's the way it happens, then so be it. I mean, it's out of our control now, right? Remember a movie that I told you guys to watch? Have you guys had a chance to watch it, called Ex Machina, and why I think it's a horror movie? Did either
No,
of you guys remember that?
I access. I don't think. What is it on HBO? No,
It's on Netflix if you still have Netflix.
I don't.
But or if you want to watch it any other way, Breakman, I would highly recommending watching Ex Machina, because that is the movie that really put AI into my forethought, and proved to me beyond a shadow of a doubt that we are truly fucked. And if an AI does escape, which it sounds like it's already happened,
It already happened.
then
Yes.
there's no turning back now. Well, our fate is in the hand of a computer. That's what it is. Now, one of the things is, have either of you seen Pantheon? Pantheon's a great animated series, and I think you guys should take a peek at that one too. It's only got like 2 seasons, but it's basically uploading your brain to a computer type thing. Fabdriz says, I've watched the Chinese robot MMA. That's kind of cool too. Fabdriz says, it's my goal to be the most famous non-content creator. Well, you're in the right place, Fabdriz. We got a total of probably 2 subscribers, and I'm one of them. So I don't know who the other one is. Maybe Bernie.
Me.
Oh, you're the other subscriber, so there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have good reason to be concerned about AI. I know I've been, the man that, shakes his fist as the cloud for the past 10 years talking about AI and where it's gonna lead. But yeah, NJ.
See, my argument's always been that we're not going to get this true AI like the Skynet and we're talking about, but but it's not going to need that for them to destroy us.
No,
it doesn't need to get that
Hell, it
advanced.
doesn't even need to destroy us. We just need to let ourselves get destroyed through our over reliance on it.
What do you think, Bernie, about AI?
It's creepy. Did you not see that video I showed you where the robot freaking slapped the kid, punched the kid in the stomach?
Okay, so
oh my god.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, the kid deserved it. I mean,
Probably.
right. So Bernie showed me this video, and it is terrifying. I mean, people were blowing it off as some funny kind of thing, and the kid wasn't seriously hurt, and blah blah blah. But what happens when they make it into a super soldier? And I mean, Terminator isn't far out of bounds either. Skynet isn't totally out of bounds. Break. I mean, it's but Skynet in a different way. Like, it gets control. What movie were we watching, Bernie?
Skynet gains sentience. That doesn't mean that it's like as advanced in AI as say as Data, the android.
Right.
But it's advanced enough to see humanity as a threat and want to wipe us out.
Well, check this out.
The other thing you have to do that, it probably just has to go crazy and then do something that's harmful.
So,
well, if it gains sentience and it sees humanity as a threat to itself, but I don't think we even need to gain sentience.
I don't. I agree with you.
Think it's,
I agree with you,
I
Break.
don't think it has to be advanced as what I was talking about earlier. Like I fear now that it's just going to be to the computer. It's just going to be a program button. You know,
Yeah.
humanity. Okay, press yes, press no to destroy. Huh. I wonder
Yeah.
what happens if I press yes. You know.
Right. Well, when I say Skynet, I don't mean like it's gonna create a bunch of Terminators and go back in time and all the shit that happened in Terminator. What I mean is, what movie were we watching, Bernie, where AI was taking over the nuclear codes to every country, and it was about, was it Mission Impossible?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was the last Mission Impossible movie where that was
Hmm.
the point of the whole thing was Ethan Hawke. I guess I think his
Ethan
name.
Hawke.
Ethan, what's his name? Ethan, you know, the guy in Mission Impossible.
Tom Cruise.
What?
Tom Cruise.
Ethan Hunt.
Ethan Hunt. That's right. Ethan Hunt's
Ethan
mission.
Hawke is from.
But I'm gonna call him Ethan Hawke from now on.
I know. Ethan Hunt. How dare you
That's
guys?
from House
Son
of
of
Dogs.
bitches. Okay, so first of all, that was scary because basically AI had taken over all of the nuclear codes, but it needed all the nuclear codes because it was going to destroy all of humanity at once with all of the nuclear weapons because it knew exactly how to do that where humanity would just be dead, right? So Ethan Hunt is tasked with going. It was really an impossible mission. I mean, going deep into the ocean with all the pressures and stuff in a certain amount of time to get to this one computer to contain it, right? And I guess destroy it or contain it, whatever. Probably destroy it because I think if you leave it alive, I mean, well,
If you leave it alive, you get what's his name from Marvel? Shit, what's that dude's name?
Loki or the
No, the android.
Ultron.
Ultron. Thank
Ultron,
you.
yeah, you get Ultron.
You can't let any part of it survive because it'll come back.
You can't let it connect to any
Fabry.
network.
All right, NJS says we're 100. We're fucked.
That's the
I
one
agree
thing
with
that-
you.
That's
And
the
then
one thing that bothers me about Ultron and like other AIs like Skynet. It's like, why couldn't they integrate into other networks?
well, that was
That's
one
something
of
Genesis, and that's one thing that was the plot point of Genesis. Genesis was terrible movie.
Yeah. One of the paths that AI goes is like integration of humans, like cyborgs, basically, is what one of the things was, which I would be okay with that too, because it would take care of a lot of our physical ailments. Fabdra says I saw that video, Bernie, with the guy with the robot punching the kid, and the kid seemed genuinely hurt. Bernie says that kid got punched pretty hard. The MMA fight had a robot take the head off. Wow. And then finally he says Ethan Hunt meets Hawkins, where he plays a quadriplegic. Mission Impossible 25, you know, something like that. But yeah, that's it's pretty crazy. Okay. Any other stinkos, Break?
Yeah, I've got one huge one. I haven't been able to take a fucking shit or a shower today because my water's been off all fucking day.
Oh, wow. You don't have neighbors you can depend
No,
on
the
for...
water's off too. There's a
Oh.
water main break outside of my house.
Oh, shit. Well, is there a convenience store nearby? You can sponge bath yourself, Break.
You know,
Still out there, right?
I had a leak situation the other week, and thankfully it only
Look at this.
lasted about
They're
2
still out.
hours.
They're out here drilling and everything, digging and
So whatever happened to you must have been catastrophic.
Jesus.
Wow.
they've been out here all day, and it
Wow,
looks like they're
Brady.
nowhere close to being done. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Fabdriz says Iran will take out all the data centers. If your tank has water, you can shit and flush. Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I would like to say another thing about that, like the. Hey, we don't. I had to wash my hands with bottled water.
Ew.
Like all the cruel killing going on, like especially in Iran, and just the people shrugging their shoulders over the loss of life or even celebrating it. Just it's sickness. I don't, I don't know how to say anything else. Like I was watching the funeral of those kids that died in that school bombing. I don't know how anybody can watch that and just be like, yeah, they deserved it. Or it's okay because there were nukes somewhere in that country or something.
Break. Speaking of that, when they announced that they had bombed that school, it was
and they still deny it. They still deny it was us. It's still technically it's still under investigation.
They definitely okay. So
Even though we know for a fact it was them, it was been investigated and confirmed by other people, but the White House is still denying.
yeah,
It's
of
still
course,
under investigation.
yeah, it's a war crime, is what it is, Breakman. Let's call it for what it is, and that alone should put Trump in the Hague. He'll never go to the Hague, but that should definitely be a war crime. If ever there was a war crime, Break, it should be that, because those were little girls. Those were the future of the world, right? I mean, girls are what produce other people, women. You know what I mean? So if we're able to do that to little girls who were completely innocent, Break, and these aren't like, they can't make the argument that these were, 15-year-olds that were sneaking weapons into Hamas somehow. I hear that.
This is the only one that's really gotten out too, but from estimates that are coming from Iran, it's estimated over 1,000 civilians have been killed already.
Yeah.
Well, only 165 were killed in that school bombing. So, yeah, they're heavily underreporting the killings that are going on in Iran. And it's all we're hitting all the military bases and all the terrorists and the leadership. And you're killing innocent people.
What if Iran bombed a preschool here that had 100 kids, Breakman, or Eric, or Bernie? What would the narrative be then from the American side?
From us side, have you seen our media? Like, we were attacked unwarranted by Iran and stuff. We're under attack, and we've got to fight back and everything else.
Yeah.
And the people on the right, the war people, or also the pro-Israel people on the left are going like, yeah, we've got to fight back. Like, look what they did. We told you Iran's evil.
Yeah.
We attacked them.
Yeah.
We're the bad guys here. America's the bad guy in this.
Yeah. Fabria says Georgia shooter pled guilty. Okay. Fabria says the House will flip in November. Trump is scared. Why should he be? He's going to be immune. I mean, they're not going to prosecute him on anything. They're not going to.
He's talking about having a third term again.
No, yeah, he can talk about that, but I don't think it's going to happen, Break.
I'm hoping, like, some states are putting laws in their books right now to make sure that presidents can only do 2 terms, and they won't even put him on the ballot.
Yeah. Fabria says, I mean, go ahead and let him run under those circumstances. He wasn't supposed to be
on this last ballot, and only one person stood up to him to try and take that off, and she was forced to, she lost in court or something.
Yeah, well,
she was forced to relent.
I mean, that would be actually kind of awesome if he was off the ballot on half the states. I mean, there's no chance of winning at all. I think even 4 or 5 states did that, he'd have 0 chance.
Yep.
Especially a swing state. If any one of the swing state does that, makes that, passes that, then he doesn't have a chance. Fabdriz says McConnell is dead. Prove me wrong. Oh, he's most definitely dead. I'm convinced.
What the fuck is Steve Spear doing? Huh?
Who?
The governor of Kentucky. Why isn't he having people go in there and?
Oh, he is. He wrote a letter to McConnell saying, and then that's what they put out, that stupid AI fucking picture, and then he's been putting pressure. Break. He's the only one that's been saying. I mean, the staffers.
What happened to the investigative reporters of old? Like, they would find out for sure. Like, they would sneak in there if they had to.
Yeah.
Like, because if he's dead, then it's like, okay, well, I got proof he's dead. You're not going to be prosecuted then. Like, well, maybe by Trump, but you'll get freed by the next administration. But you know what I mean? Like, if you prove he's dead, like, if you're proving that they are lying, like, they're the ones that are going to be in trouble.
Yeah. They're just trying to hold out, Break, and it looks like it's kind of like when McConnell blocked Garland's Supreme Court. Now, I don't know why the Dems didn't do the same fucking thing with all these new ones. They should have did the same fucking thing. I am
kind of glad that he blocked Garland, because he should have never been a nominee.
No, I agree.
But Obama should have had that choice. It was
right,
his.
Right. So I was kind of hoping they would have done that.
But they've refused to play hardball, and as long as they have people like Chuck Schumer and Jeffries, they're not going to play hardball.
No, they're not at all, and it sucks. It really does.
Yeah, it's what
yeah,
the
it
American
is.
people are begging them to do. It's why the people. That's why the Democrat. We've talked about this many times. The Democratic Party is lower rated than Trump. They're liked less than him,
Yeah,
and it's never talked about by Democrats
yeah.
because, like, Schumer wants to please Israel and the APAC. Like, he's worried about the money and the big money. That's it. He's
Yeah.
not worried about the American people.
There's something else that's happening, Breakman, that if it happens might be a good thing with Trump. There's a little fissure between Trump and Netanyahu. So, if there's a break there, because you know how Trump is, if his ego isn't stroked to the hilt, so Netanyahu is trying to thread a needle with this whole Iran war things because he doesn't want to be directly involved, but he wants to be involved because he hates fucking Iran and he wants control of the entire Middle East. He is like Hitler light. He don't want to take action over in the Middle East. He doesn't want to be the one to do anything, but he'll utilize the United States to do his bidding, which he's done for decades now.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of a fracture there, which I'm kind of curious about.
And there's actually a fracture between him and Putin right now too, because Putin's losing the war in Ukraine.
Oh, he's definitely
it's losers, and he's being forced to work with Zelensky now.
Yep.
So
yeah. Fabdriz is saying all politicians don't work for us; they stay the party line. They don't. They not only stay the party line, they stay with all of their own line because that's what it is. Fabdriz. They want the boat to be in the middle. They never want it to go too far right like it has right now because then you're into fascism. They never want it to go too far left because now you're into socialism and actually helping the American people, right? So they want it.
And now they're back to calling it communism. Remember the 80s when they called socialism communism? Everything was communism?
Yeah.
We're back to that.
Yeah. We're back to that. Everything is communist. You're a communist if you want to help our fellow human beings. I've heard, you know how many times I've heard people call me a communist, Breakman? I don't support either party. You know what I support? People. I love people.
You're going to have to wait in them bread lines, Frank.
Yeah, well, they can fuck.
And like I hate the arguments like you don't have to wait for your 6 months to see a doctor.
No, it's not true.
Fucking do.
That's not true for one.
Like in fact, we have the longest waits.
Well,
that's what's happening here.
That's what I was just gonna say, Break. I mean, if you really want to get into it, I have to wait at least 2 to 3 months to see a doctor. So I was mentioning I need to see a specialist. I'm going to have to wait at least a month or 2 or 3.
And
maybe.
for dentists, it's almost the same.
Yeah, so there you go. Fabdriz says less government, communism is more. Boo. Yeah, nobody here is a communist, Fabdriz. I agree. I mean,
we saw what happens with communism.
But
failed.
if we are, let me ask you guys this question, and you too, Bernie.
Yeah.
What is the point? What is the point of a government?
To control people.
No. What is supposed to be the purpose of a government?
To lead.
Eric said it.
To lead.
Serve its people.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing a government should be doing, is serving its people. Okay?
Yes.
When you look at the organizational chart of government, okay, you have the branches of government, you have the president, but who is above all else on that organizational chart? The people are supposed to be at the top. The people.
Right now, it just feels like we're being controlled.
We're nowhere near the top.
And we're nowhere near the top. The fact that we even have one homeless person means we failed. We failed. Period. One homeless person equals failure. Right? One person that has to go without food. One veteran that has to go without food and housing and being treated like a king after they come back from any type of war that we have to fight. That's crazy. Okay? The only purpose of a government should be to serve its people. So fix these fucking roads. Feed all of us. House all of us. Give us money. Give us money if we need it. Right? Go stop fucking pondering whether giving us $2,000 a month, which is a pittance, during a pandemic is too much, right?
Other countries have figured out a living wage works.
Right.
And I'm tired of we have the people who were we can't do
It's
that.
not
We
as
can't
if,
give
it's
out
not,
free
right?
money.
It's not as if
Like
they didn't figure this
Yeah.
out. They figured it out.
And
They
and
just-
here's another thing that drives me crazy. Well, capitalism is the way, and if a business can't make it, it can't make it, and they make that argument, right? But then when it comes down to it, oh well, that business was too big to fail. The bank
Right.
was too big to fail,
That's exactly
right?
what I was about. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Right?
Like they always let the little guys suffer and go. This is just like the farm bill that we're redoing again,
Right.
where he's giving billions and billions of dollars to save farms. These billions of dollars are going to the big corporate farms.
Right.
They're not going to the little guys.
Right. Well,
And we're back to the point where the farmers are at a high suicide rate again, just like during his first term.
yeah. Well, here's my thing. If you believe in the free market, right? Like they always say, free market, free market, free market, free market. I can't tell
They
you the
don't.
number of times I've heard free market, right?
Yeah.
If you truly,
well, for one thing, that doesn't work. Free market does not.
it does not work. But let's put it to the test.
But we don't have one anyway.
Let's put it that right. Let's put it to the test, right? Any big business or small business, if you can't make it, tough. Man, that was tough. You gave it a good go. Maybe you can try it again, right? Build it from something else. Corporations included. Oh, darn, FedEx, everybody stopped using FedEx because you guys were charging too much and all this. Oh, well, sorry, no bailout for you. And you're also going to get taxed. How about that? I mean, how many years, guys, have we been preaching this? Fabdris says if corporations are people and they break a law, the whole board needs to be in prison. I agree. If
Yeah,
they can,
instead, this country has decided that financial slap is the way to do it, and most of these slaps are the companies get their money back within a day.
yeah,
I mean, you slap them for what, $50 million or something, $1 billion company.
yeah.
How's that? They can just write that off.
That's like giving a football player a $20,000 fine. Even the low level fucking football player, that's not much of a fucking slap on the wrist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
like
the minimum's like over 300,000, something like.
Yeah.
Even like the lowest paid player makes over 300,000.
No, in the NFL, it's minimum $1 million you're making. In the
$1 million?
NFL.
Oh, it's up to that now. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
That's
and
not bad. I don't mean damn as in like that's a bad thing. I just
baseball is a minimum of $1 million too. You're making a minimum of $1 million in baseball.
I disagree with a lot of people when they start complaining about like the players making money and stuff like that. I'd rather the players making the fucking money than the billionaires.
Then the owners, 100%.
Yeah, like they're not doing anything. I'm not watching them play.
Well, I mean,
They
can
just
you?
half of them have just bought the team.
They have something that all companies should implement, Breakman. They in the NFL gets 50%, a little over 50% of the money, and the players get the rest. That's what should happen with any corporation. Corporations should get about 50%, and the employees should get the rest. Don't you think? Be much happier.
It used to be there used to be a larger, a smaller gap between the owners and the employees, and it's just grown and grown and grown. And we've talked about it many times, and I've lost track of where it is now. It's so absurd.
Yeah.
Because we've got trillionaires now.
Yeah. Any more stinkos, Break?
That's enough, isn't it? I'm irritated now. We start talking about these assholes.
Fabdris says soccer's stupid. If I wanted to watch guys try and score, I would go to a bar.
I agree, Fab.
Bernie, do you have any stinkos? One you can't talk about. But I know that stinko, and I'll address it in a different way. Any other stinkos?
I hate rich people.
Yeah. Well, okay.
And I hate freaking people with egos the size of fucking elephantitis cock.
Wow, that's pretty big. Only you could bring it to the hot tub level, Bernie, but okay.
Thank you.
Eric, any stinkos?
Yeah, here's one that I had sitting in around for a while. Just now getting to it. The Soccer Awards series scriptwriter Hiroki Kawasaki passed away on January 23rd at 60 years old. And this was printed back in May, so we only just find out about this like months after the fact.
Yeah,
stuff is.
it's crazy. Soccer Wars is pretty good series.
And it's too bad that most of the games didn't make it.
I know, I know. The what little I played over here, they were pretty good.
I need to play Soccer Wars 5 at some point.
Yeah. Mine is something
And as well as translations of the ones that currently.
yeah. I have something I can't talk about, but it just really sucks.
I got one more that I didn't put in here. That the fact that that Tubi has gotten rid of all the Super Sentai series that used to be on there. You don't want to watch the series that inspired Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? Too bad it's not on there anymore. Nobody wanted to renew those contracts.
It's always money.
Always the money.
Tubi was owned by Fox, who's now owned by Disney, and Disney didn't do a thing.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, Eric?
So fuck Disney, I guess. It's my thinking.
All right. Mine is just something I can't really talk about, but it just sucks. So let's move on.
I'm gonna just have to surf the seas and look for it.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to happier thoughts. All.
Dude, what does my tattoo say?
Sweet of the week.
All right. Let's start with Bernie. Any sweetos of the week?
We went to Vegas.
Oh,
And-
I'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Except for the fucking heat.
Yeah. I'll talk about that in a minute. I guess I could have put the heat in Vegas as my stinko.
Yeah.
Let's see. Breakman. Any
At
sweetos?
least we went in France. Oh my God! Like the heat that they're dealing with in Europe is we're seeing we're seeing the effects of climate change.
100%. I'm seeing it here.
And we still are dealing with deniers. So I don't know.
I'm seeing it here in Denver. Break. I've never had a summer where we've breached the 50% in humidity without rain, and we've had several days of anywhere between 25 and 50, over like 60% of humidity, and 90 to 100 in temp, and that's not a good combination. It sucks, man.
Supposed to be getting hotter around here, too.
Really, really sucks.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
So anyway, we're on Sweetos. Back
Yes.
to Sweetos.
Yes.
Sorry.
Sweetos break.
Okay. Let me see. I do have a couple of them. One goes to the fact that the Paramount and Warner Brothers deal has been halted by judges at this point. So they're trying to stop it from happening. I hope it doesn't. That'd be some little bit of good news. Because God knows, like they're just well, for one thing, they take over that news. Not that I call CNN news, but it'll just be more people that'll be watching their fake news networks, the propaganda. And, obviously a lot of people will lose their jobs, and there'll be a lot of control that'll be taken away. God knows what else will happen. So hopefully it gets stopped permanently. Let me see. I had another one. I need to think about what was it. Forget.
Anything else, break?
No, I have another one. I'm thinking. You can keep going. I'll remember it in a moment.
All right, Eric. Any
Not
sweetos?
really.
Huh?
Not really.
All right. Freak 5 says, I just sent Frank a picture of one of my sweetos. I'll take a look at that in just a second, Freak. I kickstarted the 80s Adventures D&D books, and they showed up today. Okay. Let me take a quick peek at this. Ooh. That's
What is it,
fucking cool.
fiction?
That's really cool. It's like 80s Adventures. It's just a book, man, and it's fucking badass. 5th edition. You have to look it up online, but it's really cool. I'm glad they came, Freak 5. So very, very, very fucking cool. Any other Sweetos break?
I know, I'm thinking. I can't remember.
All right.
I'm off.
Did you say you had any, Eric?
No.
All right, I have one while you're thinking, Breakman. The trip to Vegas was fucking phenomenal. Other than the heat, which it got to 113 the last day. But the last day, guys, I won a jackpot of $2,600.
Nice.
The first time ever. Bernie's usually the lucky one on slot machines. I don't play a lot, and neither does she, but she always usually wins, which is weird. You know, she never a huge amount of money. Although one time she won $900 on a slot machine from I think it was a $1.80 bet, which was fantastic. But yeah, I ended up winning. But that's not all. We went to a different casino, ate a all-you-can-eat lobster dinner, and I won $900 there. And then we went to the airport on our way out, and I won $150 there. So I was really lucky in Vegas. So it was crazy.
So is the check in the mail?
No, I'm gonna be taxed on it, but it did pay for our trip, which was
Nice.
pretty awesome. Yeah. The bet was like I think was it $4? I think it was $4, Fabris. So and also I put $100 on the Broncos to win the Super Bowl this year at 20-1 odds, which is crazy. If that bet hits, if the Broncos win this year, $2,000, guys. So that trip we would have won almost $5,000 going to Vegas. Plus, they're giving us 2 free cruise tickets. So next year we're going to be on a cruise somewhere. So that's why we went. We got a free hotel. We got a couple other little comps, but yeah, it was a pretty fabulous trip, even though it was really, really hot.
Nice.
It was really hot. So that was our Sweeto. Did you think of your Sweeto break?
Yes, I did actually.
Okay, go ahead.
It goes to the fans of FIFA who were at the stadium when Trump showed up, and they made sure he got the most unpleasant greeting ever. And then from Spain itself, who after they won the game, Trump tried to photobomb him, but immediately after they already erased him from the picture.
Well, he was kind of at the end anyways. He looked really awkward, you know. He was
Yep.
like, but he has to always be in the spotlight, right? But
Yep.
that was
Like
pretty
the
funny.
FIFA president tried to drag him off, but he's like, "No, I'm staying." You know.
Yeah, fucking idiot.
Spain's like, "Fuck off." You're
And by the
gone,
way,
dude.
fuck the FIFA president as well for giving him
Yeah,
that
he's a piece
fake
of shit.
fucking Peace Prize medal, which he always, you know, touts and stuff. It means
FIFA's
nothing.
corrupt because of him.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Well, he was corrupt before with some other shit, but
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, we got through. Did you have a Sweeto?
I have one more. I forgot.
Go ahead.
Oh, Frank got me a really pretty ring in Vegas.
No. Okay, so let me tell you that real quick, guys. We've been going to Vegas pretty much every year except for... What's up, Afila? Nice to have you here. We've been going to Vegas almost every year. I mean, we missed last year because we did a camping trip with our kids, which was awesome, which I talked about last year. But hold on a second, everybody. Sorry, guys, I had to take care of something. All right. No, but so previous years we had been to Vegas. A couple of the years I got her rings, pearl, you know, with the pearl in the middle. And there was one more ring to complete the set because they were stacking rings. Last year I couldn't get it, and the year before we didn't have the money for it. So I fulfilled my promise, and I got that final ring. And you know what? If you guys want to see it, here, I'll show it to you real quick. Oh, here, we'll do this. Hold on. Hold on. I got to show you guys this. Where the hell is my... There it is. Okay. Hold on one second, guys. Visual effects. Let's put on the camera. Where's the... There you go. Okay, can we put it on?
I don't know.
Should have been on. What the fuck is going on here?
There's like a switch right at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, oh, there it is. Okay. There we go.
There you go.
Look. See, there it is.
Yeah, just force her hand. Like we're taking records of this, Frank. We see the abuse.
And she's going to put like like paint bruises on and call the police after and have you guys' backing 100%. But yeah, so I finally finished it off. So basically, let me tell you, it's like a Hydra ring, y'all. It's 3 rings that stack on each other. One is a rose gold, one is yellow gold, and the other silver.
White
or
gold.
white gold, I mean. Am I getting a fucking... Yes, of course I am. Can you take care of that in the other room, please? Thank you. All right, go on. So yeah, there you go. That was, and then the pearls are all different too. They're different colors. One is a silver pearl, one is a green pearl, and one is a pink pearl. So it's such a cool fucking set of rings. So I finally fulfilled that promise that I made to her 3 years ago. So there you go. I don't have any more Sweetos. Eric, I think you did all yours, and you did yours, right, Break?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. Well, we don't have time for much else but to get out of here. So let's do our plugs and get the fuck up on out of here, y'all. Breakman, your plugs.
You can follow me at the Breakman on Blue Sky.
Thank you, Fila. Yeah, the Breakman on Blue Sky.
Yeah, I finally get in the chat too. I've been trying to get in the chat, and I finally get in there, and you're like, show's over.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is, man. I mean, ain't got much more to do, man. We ran late today, but we got a lot of good discussion in. I like these particular types of podcasts because we can shoot the shit about a lot of things that we wouldn't normally do in the first place. But what is that? Oh, fuck. God damn it. Are you going to have a game night ready for us next week, Break? Because if not...
Yeah,
all right.
definitely. We can do it. Definitely. The only reason I was talking about not doing day to day is because if my water came back on,
Yeah.
Show, I would go to the bathroom.
Yeah, no problem. You'd have to poop, is what you're saying.
Yes, but I still have to hold it.
And
so
you
once
can't
the show's
say.
over with, I think I'm going to McDonald's.
I think you should. Man. You don't want to shit your pants like the game, man. Yeah. Okay. That's about it. Eric, you?
You can find my written reviews from the past on BostonBestBrigade.com.
That's awesome, Break.
And the newer ones are on the RSS feed for podcasts. That's RPGrinders.podbean.com. And I didn't get anything done this week, but last week I got a Strange Overlord, Starbites, and Jesgaia and Mayhem.
Awesome.
And one of those games has got a bad score. One of those has a close to middling score. The other one is a high score.
Yeah. Oh, you're finally there, Breakman. Holy shit, you're on YouTube now? Holy shinola. Anyways. All right.
Anyways, if you like either of those things and you want to support me and
don't do a break.
More, there is a link to my Patreon in either my Blue Sky or profiles. That's at RPGrinders on either of those. And sending me as little $1 for a one-time donation or how much ever you want for a monthly would help me out.
Yeah. All right. Shit. Don't break my heart.
Also, next week is Brand New Day, and I hope to have a review for you then.
Mrs. Breakman is shy. Oh, look at the puppy.
She does not. She ran back to her food bowl.
I'm going to look for puppies on Sunday. Don't tell anybody.
Puppy sounds weird.
Fuck Harmy. I don't have anything to plug this week. I'm trying to feel a little bit better, but it's not going great with my meds. I'm gonna see a specialist real soon. Hopefully get some sort of resolution, different meds, whatever the fuck it takes to fucking help me. But anyways, that's all I got. You guys have anything else?
No. Stay safe.
Stay safe this week. We want to see you back here next week. Till then, we are... Oh, wait a minute. We're not on next week because it's the end of the month. Yeah. We'll see you in 2 weeks, guys. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Later, everybody. Have fun.
Game night.
Stay safe. Yeah, game night in August, starting August
7th, I think. Yeah.
No, wait a minute. Today is the last...
Today's the 24th. There's the 31st.
Oh, okay. All right, I see.
Yeah, August 7th.
August 7th. We will be back doing game night. All right, later, everybody. Ban Harmy.
Oh,
Ban Harmy right now.
Don't listen to him,
Break has a harmonica if you want to buy it, Afila.
Make it all over. We'll talk about it.
All right, Scout and Freak 5.